I want to say what I have been saying over time. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali MONGUNO, your national security advisor. He is corrupt, he is clueless, he don't have the interests of Nigeria and Nigerians at heart. And that MONGUNO is a hypocrite. If he is the N.S.A and he thinks he have available power within him, let him arrest me. He is corrupt, he's a thief, is a problem to the security of this country. If people are afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm only afraid of God. Because MONGUNO is only busy stealing the monies meant to protect us. That is it. And the better for you, Mr. President, remove Major General MONGUNO. Is the most useless N.S.A. ever produced in the history of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
GULAK was in Imo State for a national assignment. He came to Owerri with the Senate Committee on Constitutional Amendment. Being a humble man, he chose to travel incognito, according to his friend that was with him during the incident. Someone must have trailed him from his hotel to the airport. That is exactly why this grandson murder appears to be a clear case of political assassination.
I think that the governor of Imo State, my brother, UZODINMA, should allow the security agencies to do their proper investigation. Now, it is too early now for him to come out to say it's a political assassination. Having done that, it means that you already know. And knowing that the process means that you already know those who committed that crime. And that will not be fair. See, when things of this nature happen, allow the security agencies to really go into the matter and then say, look, from our investigation, this is what we found out. Remember, even from the pages of newspaper when we had this news, if I'm not correct, the police said that AHMED was killed by bandits. Police said when he left without no security. I mean, I would ask yourself a question, knowing today the security situation in Nigeria and even the one in the southeast. I want to talk about it in Imo State. We all know what has been going on in Imo State. How could a man at that level come to Imo State incognito, appear before they said he came for the constitutional amendment program, which means people may have seen him or people knew he was there, and then he left his hotel incognito, no security, no nothing, no official vehicle. So for me, I think it is too early for anybody to take the conclusion.
But God intervened, and they're trying it again. That was why they killed GULAK in Owerri. Why do you think they killed him in Owerri? People, you see, I keep saying to journalists in Nigeria, you people are part and parcel of the problem. After politicians, the next set of vermin you have in Nigeria are the journalists. You know, as soon as Katrina Lang said she was going on leave, my mind told me that something could be fishy. Something horrible is about to happen. And it has happened. It happened, you know what it didn't it? The same way with 1966. That's how they operate. Demonize to kill. Before they kill you, they first of all demonize you. Do you know what they did? Their so-called presidency, which is Garba Shehu and El-Rufai now, that the ones running it, I'm going to lay a curse on them. I'm praying before I lay a curse on Garba Shehu. Nobody hears about their vice president, Yemi Oshibanjo. No, it's Garba Shehu we are listening to. Zoo animals that have they have no brain. They sent out a tweet suggesting that GULAK was killed. by IPOB and ESN in Owerri. Listen, that's how they go. They exactly what they did with Nzogu. But only that Nzogu fell for it. We cannot fall for such gimmick. This pathetic Nigeria president, so to speak, which is Garba Shehu and El-Rufai, said that Gulag was killed by people who are determined to undermine the unity and territorial integrity of Nigeria, which means IPOB. That's what they're saying, a whole presidency of Nigeria. Now, Gulag was killed. Was it on Sunday morning or was it Saturday evening? I don't quite know. How can you, in a matter of hours, you have now decided to tell the world that you know those that killed him? Exactly what TINUBU did in Lagos. IPOB is planning to bomb. IPOB bombed. Exactly because what KlLLED said to them is, you must focus on demonization. You people don't read between the lines, but I do. When that demon, that devil that works for MI5, KlLLED, she was the one that was against Robert Mugabe. All the time that Britain had this.
So finally, my people, if you have the time, I present to you the full broadcast of NNAMDI KANU, where he explained the plan behind the death of Gulag and the plan to plant it on IPOB. You will hear him also expose Britain, Katrina Lang and the rest of them. And also there is a revelation here. You will hear him again where he spoke about the attempt to claim there is a plan to bomb Lagos and to put it on him. The same way in the court, James OMOTOSHO, not a justice, was so angry, bittered, and was speaking about the plot to bomb the British High Commission. Even the bomb the American embassy. It was all planned. I know all this while we're pointing so many other people, but the brain behind this was TINUBU himself. The brain behind NNAMDI KANU's problem being kidnapped from Kenya. When you hear the outcome of the judgment as read by James OMOTOSHO, it is clear TINUBU was angry about what happened in Lagos during N.S.A. And he put the blame on NNAMDI KANU. I'm telling you, their intention was to kill NNAMDI KANU. The intention was to put him on life on death, give him a death sentence, and hang him in the public. You've heard the one from WIKE where he was trying to say, no, let the governor not speak that way. Hey, governor told you what happened. He said, no, don't believe the governor. There are some state actors, insecurity in Imo State. Today, the two people that you must be looking at to appease, if you guys want your NNAMDI KANU to be released, to the legal team, WIKE and TINUBU, those two people are after or behind what is happening to NNAMDI KANU. So watch the full video here of the broadcast of NNAMDI KANU, where he mentioned the so-called bombing. He mentioned the so-called bombing of Lagos, and he mentioned the name Katrina Lang. And James OMOTOSHO was speaking about Katrina Lang, how Nigeria loved Britain, how Nigeria loved Katrina Lang, how NNAMDI KANU was planning to kill Katrina Lang, and how he was planning to bomb Lagos and the British High Commission and the American embassy. So please, those who are saying they cannot watch NNAMDI KANU, watch 2 minutes, he's a bad man, listen to this broadcast, and everything he said here are prophetic. Everything he said is happening in Nigeria. So I encourage you, I implore you to listen to the full broadcast, and this will change your mind, your perspective of this man. Listen.
In mind was the extermination of the Igbo race.
Listen.
What Britain had in mind was the extermination of the Igbo race. to exterminate us from the face of the earth. But God intervened, and now they're trying it again. That was why they killed Gulak in Owerri. Why do you think they killed him in Owerri? People, you see, I keep saying to journalists...
You weren't ready. Listen, please. Listen again. Back to the top, please. Listen again. Listen attentively.
What Britain had in mind was the extermination of the Igbo's, to exterminate us from the face of the earth. But God intervened, and now they're trying it again. That was why they killed Gulak in Owerri. Why do you think they killed him in Owerri? People, you see, I keep saying to journalists in Nigeria, you people are part and parcel of the problem. After politicians, the next set of vermin you have in Nigeria are the journalists. You know, as soon as KlLLED said she was going on leave, my mind told me that something could be fishy. Something horrible is about to happen. And it has happened. It happened, you know what it didn't it? The same way with 1966. That's how they operate. Demonize to kill. Before they kill you, they first of all demonize you. Do you know what they did? Their so-called presidency, which is Garba Shehu and El-Rufai now, that the ones running it, I'm going to lay a curse on them. I'm praying before I lay a curse on Garba Shehu. Nobody hears about their vice president, Yemi Oshibanjo. No, it's Garba Shehu we're listening to. Zoo animals that have they have no brain. They sent out a tweet. Suggesting that Gulak was killed by IPOB and ESN in Owerri. Listen, that's how they go. Exactly what they did with Nzogu. But don't that Nzogu fell for it. We cannot fall for such gimmick. These pathetic Nigerian presidents, so to speak, which is Garba Shehu and El-Rufai, said that Gulak was killed by people who are determined to undermine the unity and territorial integrity of Nigeria, which means IPOB. That's what they're saying, a whole presidency of Nigeria. Now, Gulak was killed. Was it on Sunday morning or was it Saturday evening? I don't quite know. How can you, in a matter of hours, you have now decided to tell the world that you know those that killed him? Exactly what TINUBU did in Lagos. IPOB is planning to bomb. IPOB bomb. Exactly because they are what KlLLED said.
Are you hearing it? I'll take it back. Hear what they said about IPOB in Lagos. These were the words of TINUBU. Your president now planned this back then. So don't be surprised when the judge, OMOTOSHO, was reading, talking about bombing of Lagos and the rest. Now you see where they got it from. It was a script written for him. TINUBU is behind what is happening to NNAMDI KANU. I'm telling you the truth. TINUBU is the one behind what is happening to NNAMDI KANU. You guys will be shocked. Not the Fulani or the Hausa, the rest of them. Because we all know Buhari died a long time ago. It is clear. The handlers. That was why he said, it's my turn. He knew that Buhari has died a long time ago. TINUBU was behind this all along. WIKE, your hand too is not clear. But let's take it back and hear it again. Listen.
Sunday morning or is it Saturday evening? I don't quite know. How can you, in a matter of hours, you have now decided to tell the world that you know those that killed him? Exactly what TINUBU did in Lagos. IPOB is planning to bomb. IPOB bomb. Exactly because they are what KlLLED, you know those that killed him. Exactly what TINUBU did in Lagos. IPOB is planning to bomb. IPOB bomb. Exactly because they are what KlLLED, you know those that killed him. Exactly what TINUBU did in Lagos. IPOB is planning to bomb. IPOB bomb. Exactly because they are what KlLLED said to them. You know those that killed him. Exactly what TINUBU did in Lagos. IPOB is planning to bomb. IPOB bomb.
Exactly what TINUBU did in Lagos. That point is vital. Because in the judgment that they gave NNAMDI KANU life in jail, the judge, who could not read, struggled to explain the bombing of a hotel owned by TINUBU in Lagos by IPOB. The plan to bomb the High Commission British High Commission by IPOB. And also he went further. The plan to bomb the American embassy by IPOB. That was when he now called NNAMDI KANU an international terrorist. He said, NNAMDI KANU, being an international terrorist, I am giving him life in jail for being an international terrorist. To the legal team of NNAMDI KANU, I hope you guys know what you are doing, because I'm not a lawyer, but I'm helping you to do your job here. If you need this video, let me know. I will forward it to you guys. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm trying to make you see from the obscure. People like us, they cannot fool us. But you guys in Nigeria, I don't know how you reason anymore in Nigeria. You guys don't reason like human beings anymore. Something is missing in your critical mind. You are not critical thinkers, that you cannot join the missing link or find out the missing link, the puzzle. But someone like me, they can't fool me. When that stark illiterate was reading, when James OMOTOSHO was reading like a 3-year-old, I could see the game. I could see where he was leaning to, because his anger with this man. How can a judge be speaking with anger? It is clear it was all about Lagos. And they put the blame on this man. They say in N.S.A, nobody died in Lagos. According to them, nobody died in Lagos. But suddenly, when he was reading about N.S.A, they put it on NNAMDI KANU, and he was so angry. Talking about the bombing. Oh, some firebomb. He explained. He gave you the dictionary meaning. Is it of methadone or something? That way, that's an act of terrorism. So I find NNAMDI KANU guilty of terrorism. To the legal team of NNAMDI KANU, please, this time don't make any mistake. Do not leave any point. No stone unturned and no turn unstoned. Make sure you gather as much as possible in the appeal. Let's take it back.
A whole presidency of Nigeria. Now, Gulak was killed. Was it on Sunday morning or was it Saturday evening? I don't quite know. How can you, in a matter of hours, you have now decided to tell the world that you know those that killed him? Exactly what TINUBU did in Lagos. IPOB is planning to bomb. IPOB bomb. Exactly, because what KlLLED said to them is, you must focus on demonization. You people don't read between the lines, but I do. When that demon, that devil that works for MI5, KlLLED, she was the one that was against Robert Mugabe. All the time that Britain had issues with the freedom fighter Robert Mugabe, do you know who was in Harare? KlLLED. Anywhere she goes to, trouble goes with her. Anywhere she goes to, death must come. That's how she operates. Do you know that this woman went to Uganda to go and see WIKE? That prodigal son, that idiot.
WIKE, I just called his name now, and you saw the video where WIKE said, "No, don't mind the governor of Imo State, though. You know, something happened in Imo State. Don't believe the governor of Imo State. I'm speaking on behalf. Perhaps those people who are looking for their freedom fighters, they're responsible for the death of Gulak. Do you now see it? She went to Iguacha. She went to Port Harcourt. I swear to God and man, the two people responsible for what NNAMDI KANU is going through now, WIKE and TINUBU, they are responsible. It's not a mistake or an accident that today they made him the FCT minister while TINUBU is your president. It's not a mistake. NNAMDI KANU is a prophet. Everything he said has come to pass. But those that hate him, the same way they hated Jesus over Barnabas, that's the same thing. What happened 2,000 years ago is happening again. And it will keep on happening until you change your ways. You keep on repeating yourself every 2,000 years. You will keep on making the same mistake until you change your ways. If not, this world will not end. You will keep on making the same mistake over and over and over and over and over again. Like a vicious cycle, like a merry-go-round. You will keep on making the same mistake and you will remain in this earth. Because people as mankind in Nigeria, you have not learned from your mistakes. The same thing happened to Jesus when Pontius Pilate presented Jesus and Barnabas. The people said, save Barnabas, but this one called Jesus should be the one that must be killed on this day. And after they made the mistake, the same people now, they are the one calling on God through Jesus to make it to heaven. They are the ones praying to God in the name of Jesus to make it to heaven. But back then, when he was there with them, they were the one that crucified him. WIKE is one of those. You see, you guys don't understand what is happening in Nigeria. It's very, very complex. Britain is the mastermind happening everything, the puppet masters, but TINUBU and WIKE are responsible for what is happening to NNAMDI KANU. So for those who are asking for peace, who want to go and beg, those to beg now WIKE and TINUBU. For those who want to go and beg, I'm not saying we are begging them, but those who want to go and beg, the governors from Southeast, OT and the rest of them that wants to go and beg, WIKE and TINUBU are the ones holding NNAMDI KANU. Their intention was to kill him. May God bless Showore. May God bless Showore. That protest been shake them small. They didn't fall their hand. And as you are hearing, Showore was asked to go and discuss with NNAMDI KANU. Not by WIKE, but those from the east, because they know what is happening. They don't beg, say, please now, leave this boy. They say, no. The insult is too much from NNAMDI KANU. The insult is too much. But if he can do this now, then perhaps we'll let go. Let's continue. WIKE, hear the name again. WIKE, listen.
Fighter about Mugabe. Do you know who was in Harare? KlLLED, the same woman. Anywhere she goes to, trouble goes with her. Anywhere she goes to, death must come. That's how she operates. Do you know that this woman went to Uganda to go and see WIKE? That prodigal son, that idiot. He said, from what I'm hearing, it is serious. The security agencies. The woman never talked about the massacre of innocent people inside Obigbo. The reason why Biafra genocide has not been recognized the world over is because of the United Kingdom government, the British government, because if you investigate that very genocide, they will be implicated. The reason why the Nigerian army believe you can come today and decide to carpet bomb the whole of BIAFRALAND, nothing will happen. Despite having an idiot like Osuji in ICC, is because Britain calls the shots.
Listen again, because sometimes when we say these things, these are the wisdom we're getting when we listen to this man's broadcast. Every broadcast is like a prophecy. Everything he says has come to pass before our eyes. Those who refuse to listen to his broadcast is because they know the truth will flog them cane, and they hate the truth. As the saying goes, the truth is bitter, but every bite of it is sweet. A bitter sweet. So they know this. That's why most of them don't want to listen to NNAMDI KANU. But let's continue. I'll make it a bit faster. Listen.
The Nigerian army believe you can come today and decide to carpet bomb the whole of BIAFRALAND, nothing will happen. Despite having an idiot like Osuji in ICC, is because Britain calls the shots. They will decide which cases these people hear and do not hear. Because if you are a low-ranking officer at ICC, you've been to ICC before, and you raise the issue of Biafra, you'll be sacked. Your manager will call into the office and pay you to lose your job. You people don't understand that we have very powerful enemies.
Listen.
That is why you must be well disciplined. If you want Biafra, which I know we all want. Believe you me, we have to be disciplined. From the man in the bush to the average child on the road, there must be discipline. Without discipline, our enemies will keep undermining us.
Discipline, discipline, discipline. Not recklessness, as they want to paint him as a madman. He is this, he is that, he's a killer. No, he said, you must be disciplined. Oh, man, this man, man. May God bless you, NNAMDI KANU. May God bless you. Thank you for opening the eyes of the millions of us. May God bless you. Let's continue.
Do you know when Katrina said she was going on holidays, I knew something was wrong? So it didn't shock me when I heard yesterday that, was it 2 days ago, that Gulag was shot in nowhere.
Listen.
Ask yourself this question. Why would IPOB want to kill Gulag? Who is he? Do you know what the papers in Nigeria have been writing, even including Sahara reporters, of all people? Premium Times, Daily Trust. They said that NNAMDI KANU issued a sit-at-home order starting from Friday, the 28th. Do you see how they lie?
Listen.
Do you see how journalists, how black people, you people are evil. Do you see how black people lie? And I said that the sit-at-home will start on Friday, the 28th. Go to Premium Times, Fulani newspaper, you will see it there. Go to Sahara reporters, you will see it there. That it is because of the sit-at-home order. Do you see how they planned it? God exposed them. They wanted to kill this man on a Sunday, so to speak. I think he was killed yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know that they wanted to kill this man on the day of the sit-at-home?
Yes.
Not knowing that Chukwukikadiam is merciful, I shifted it to today being Monday.
Are you hearing it? And we were all there. We were there when they said, okay, sit-at-home is on Monday. But thank God, because your N.S.A, your Nigerian Security Agency, whatever they call them, this is how they do. They plot with the events. They plot things against the event. Mr. Gulag was someone that, helped Hope UZODINMA to become governor in Imo State. To call it spade. There were some money that he actually went to pick up. I repeat, there was some money being owed to him that he went to pick up from Imo State. And him trying to outsmart the N.S.A, he chose to leave on Sunday. To tell you the truth, their plan was for him to leave the normal time on Monday, so they will not take him out and blame it on IPOB. Give a dog a bad name just to hang it. But as God will have, because you see, this thing called soul, this soul is very, very strong. Your spirit will tell you when danger is coming. So I believe the spirit of Gulag must have smelt danger and said, this flesh, I'm sorry, they have planned something on you. They have planned to take you out, flesh. But the only way I will help you, my flesh, is to mess up the plan. That way, they will be exposed eventually. This is how the physical communicates with the spiritual. Gulag also shocked Governor Hope UZODINMA, because his plan was to go to the airport on Monday, fly down to Abuja, and everything is done. But on Sunday, Gulag went out of the hotel in an unmarked car. He booked another air ticket. It means this man had 2 flights, one on Monday and one on Sunday, in order to outsmart the N.S.A, because he knew the N.S.A, they are after him, but he didn't know that he was already being monitored. That was his mistake. Sometimes you might try to outsmart somebody, but you don't know how far that person has gone in their plan. There was there was somebody there, perhaps somebody in that car with him. Because sometimes the only way to get you are those who are close to you. So somebody in that car with him must have alerted the N.S.A that this man is leaving on Sunday, no more on Monday. So they had to take him out on Sunday. At a checkpoint, a police checkpoint. You and I know what is the number one thing the Igbos have been crying about in Biafraland. Checkpoint, checkpoint, checkpoint. Police checkpoint. In every 100 meters or so, you will see a police checkpoint. We have been telling them to remove their checkpoints in Biafraland. So when he was driving, suddenly there was a police checkpoint. And guess what happened? They stopped. They didn't kill those who were inside the car. They only came for him and they shot him. It means there's an intelligence about the man in that car that was passed out. And in most cases, when they only take out one person in a car, it means that was a planned hit. And the first people to look at are those that were with him in that car. But they were smart. They came with a 419 explanation and said, oh no, when they came, we spoke Igbo to them, so they didn't kill us, they only killed him. That's a lie. Because in most cases, a hitman, or if you want to claim it was the ESN that did it, because their plan was IPOB ESN did it, nobody will come on a close range to open door and shoot somebody in a car. If you're coming to kill somebody and you don't know who they are, you will do it from a far distance. You will bust your guns, bust the bullets into all the windscreen. Everybody in that car will chop the bullets. If that's how a so-called IPOB or ESN would have done it, everybody from a far range will chop the bullets. You won't come and say, okay, wait, open the door, and hey, you there, come out, then boom, 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 close range. That's a lie. That was a hit. That's why I'm saying that the family of Gulak should look at those who were with him in that car. He outsmarted them by changing his flight, but not knowing there was a trail on him. So that was how they took the life of AHMED Gulak. Let's take it back and hear the story from NNAMDI KANU. Listen. Listen.
On Friday,
Listen.
28. Do you see how they lie?
Listen.
Do you see how journalists, how black people, you people are evil? Do you see how black people are? That I said that they sit at home will start on Friday, the 28th. Go to Premium Times, Fulani newspaper, you will see it there. Go to Sahara Reporters, you will see it there. That it is because of the sit-at-home order. Do you see how they planned it? God exposed them. They wanted to kill this man on a Sunday, so to speak. I think he was killed yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know that they wanted to kill this man on the day of the sit-at-home? Not knowing that Chukwukika is merciful, I shifted it to today being Monday. Do you see how it works? They wanted, can you imagine if they had any sense? Do you see how God works? If they had any sense at all in their brain, they would have waited to kill him today.
Exactly.
He was assassinated by MONGUNO.
Have you been
Assassinated.
Listen.
If they had any sense at all in their brain, they would have waited to kill him today. He was assassinated by MONGUNO, El Rufai, Garba, the person that planned this assassination and cemented it is the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Catriona Lang. They planned to kill him in Owerri, of all places. They planned to kill him during our celebration or remembrance of our heroes. So they will blame it on IPOB and then start killing Igbo people in the north. It's a very simple game plan, very, very neat and thing. But you know, as they say where we come from, please, I don't know who's going to interpret, not right. Only know where you hope we want to, because our hands are clean. This man told us about his killer before they killed him. And I'm going to play his voice for you.
Yes.
After playing his voice, I want the wife of Gulak, AHMED Gulak, to demand the telephone records of the husband. After the record conversations in the zoo, madam, go and look. Ask MTN, your husband has about 3 phones. He has about 3 phones. Yes, about 3 phones. Ask all the networks he's using to give you his phone records and his text messages. There you will see the killers of your husband.
Madam, please, we are begging in the name of God. Do not allow Nigeria to use the name of your husband in vain. To the wife of Gulak, Madam, we are calling upon you to do what is right. Don't allow them to use the name of your husband to kill an innocent man. Madam, you of all people will know who killed your husband. Please, we are calling upon you. Come out in the public and tell the whole world, not in your husband's name will they put the blame on NNAMDI KANU. Madam, come out and speak. That's the only revenge you can have for your husband. Because they've taken him out in a gruesome way, and now they want to put his death on somebody else. We know your husband spoke the truth about the N.S.A. chairman then, or the head of the N.S.A. then, MONGUNO. We know your husband spoke the truth. And today, NNAMDI KANU helped to shed more lights on what is happening in Nigeria. So, madam, please, we are begging you, make a video. I want to call on the legal team again of NNAMDI KANU. Aloy Jimako, I am putting this one on you. Please send a team to the wife of AHMED GULAK. Discuss with her. Let her make a video. Help create the environment for her to make a video and explain whom they believe killed her husband. Let her know that the notion of Nigeria is that they want to put the blame on NNAMDI KANU and IPOB. What does she think about that? At least she can come out and say that's nonsense. That they know who killed their husband. Hello, Ijimako. You can take that video evidence as part of the appeal in the case of NNAMDI KANU. That's the wife of GULAK. Oh my, you guys, sometimes you guys are not performing at a level I expect you guys to perform. This is the way I do my own thing here in the Western world. Everything I do there, I am meticulous in my approach. I am meticulous in what I do. Take your time, get a team, a legal team or whatever, to go and discuss with the wife of AHMED GULAK. And from her testimony, take it and add in your appeal case. Although I've told you guys, those who are after NNAMDI KANU is TINUBU and WIKE. So I don't know if they can buy the whole judges in the appeal court. But let it be on record that you came with all the information. And dispel that notion, that nonsense that James OMOTOSHO spoke or read in court. That's what we are saying. Do what is right. You guys have to be proactive. Think out of the box at all time. This case is very simple to deal with. I understand they are bent on doing what they are doing to NNAMDI KANU. I understand that. But sometimes you must learn to, to vindicate your probity. Vindicate your probity. Make sure you dot all your I's and cross all your T's. Outsmart those devils you have in Nigeria. I'm saying it here now. Britain, TINUBU, WIKE, them three are responsible for what is happening to NNAMDI KANU. Yes, the Fulani did what they did, but to tell you the truth, even the Fulani Kakabal could not do what TINUBU did to NNAMDI KANU through his boy, OMOTOSHO. Again, WIKE's boy is what? OMOTOSHO. As we know, he is the boy of WIKE. Do you see the way I'm dotting and pulling the whole strings? WIKE, OMOTOSHO is his boy. TINUBU and his Lagos. OMOTOSHO was speaking about Katrina Lang, the bombing of British High Commission, the bombing of US Embassy. He put the blame on who? NNAMDI KANU. N.S.A happened mainly in Lagos. They put the blame on who? NNAMDI KANU. Do you now get it? Who owns Lagos? Who is the king of Lagos State is TINUBU. So this case all along, while we're busy blaming the Fulani, blaming a dead man, Buhari, we got it wrong all along. From the judgment of OMOTOSHO, because I took my time and said, wait, oh, why will a judge get this angry, agitated, animated when he's reading, and he couldn't even read? He was struggling to read. He was calling Stoogie, and all those. I'm like, why is this guy acting this way? And he was, as God will have, man, God is amazing. God is good. They say there is no perfect crime. As God will have it, when he was reading his judgment, some things that were not said in the court case that he handled, things like bombing and everything, they didn't say it in that court case. But he added it in the judgment. It means the judge went to get his own evidence against NNAMDI KANU. It means the judge went to manufacture a made in China evidence or a made in Lagos evidence against NNAMDI KANU in his judgment. Do you know why? Because it was a script written down of how to nail NNAMDI KANU, and it was given to him. But unfortunately, when the prosecutors were carrying out that script, they did not mention the bombing of, the British embassy, the bombing of American embassy, and the plot to kill Katrina Lang in their prosecution. But James OMOTOSHO had a script that must be read. And he now mentioned all those things. It meant he went to bring more evidence to nail NNAMDI KANU. When you should be a judge, when you are, what you do is outweigh both evidence brought by the prosecutor and the defender. You don't add or you don't remove. But in this case, he did the unthinkable. And it is clear now that he is the one being used by TINUBU and WIKE. I will end it here, but anybody else who still want to hear this gospel from NNAMDI KANU, you can continue from here. Continue. Listen.
Of Gulak, AHMED Gulak, to demand.
Listen.
Igbo people in the north. It's a very simple game plan. Very, very neat and thing. But as they say where we come from, please, I don't know who's going to interpret. It's not right. Only know where you hope we want to, because our hands are clean. This man told us about his killer before they killed him. And I'm going to play his voice for you. After playing his voice, I want the wife of Gulak, AHMED Gulak, to demand the telephone records of the husband. After the record conversations in the zoo, madam, go and look. Ask MTN, your husband has about 3 phones. He has about 3 phones. Yes, about 3 phones. Ask all the networks he's using to give you his phone records and his text messages. There you will see the killers of your husband. It is not IPOB. Let me tell you what the man said before they killed him. The reason why they killed him, to tell you how evil they are. The reason why I know that Britain is behind this is the way I know they must demonize you to kill you. They first demonize you. That's how they do. It was this same woman, Katrina Lang, that demonized Robert Mugabe. Demonized him before the war. The same woman. They sent him to come and do this. That was why they formed BBC Igbo. Once the great BBC Igbo, the Katrina Lang came to work hand in hand. But they refused, or I wouldn't say refused, they failed to understand that our people are naturally intelligent. Biafran people are by nature very intelligent. They can tell when you're trying to deceive them. Let me play you the voice of the man, AHMED Gulak, that they killed. And in this very clip of his, you will hear the name of his killer that they want to pin on NNAMDI KANU.
Listen.
But I pray 7 times every day. This God I worship, if he cannot protect me, then what am I doing? What is he doing as God?
In just 3 minutes.
What am I doing? What is he doing as God? They got the dates wrong. If they had killed him today, they would have blamed it on me. But they got the dates wrong.
They got the date wrong. If they have killed him today, that Monday, they would have blamed it on me. This man knew it. He said this thing when? 2021. Oh. This man is a prophet, a holy man who saw the plans of the enemy. They got the date wrong. Nigerians don't think. They are not critical thinkers. What they do is called freestyling. In government, you people don't have KPI to check how you people do your job. If there is a KPI in your government, all your ministers would have lost their job. KPI means the key performance index, to weigh you against the standard that should be done. They don't do it. So they don't think. Nigerian politicians, they don't think. They freestyle. It means anywhere they are, anyhow he goes, he goes. Anywhere they are belly face, he goes. No wala. That's the way they do in Nigeria. Them, they freestyle. Freestyling. They are not critical thinkers. They don't have those critical thinking skills. So they made a mistake on the date. Do you know why? Perhaps when the DSS were listening to the conversation in the broadcast, and they heard when Namakano said, in fact, from this Friday, sit at home will start. Somebody took that snippet, sent it to the N.S.A. Say, "Sao, they said from Friday, sit at home will start in BIAFRALAND." Okay. Now, plan A. Oh, this man want to buy. He's in Imo State. So make sure you carry out the job immediately. We shall put the blame on IPOB ESN, as they say. Put the blame on NNAMDI KANU. It will be one of the reasons we'll use as his case to kill him. Killing two birds with one stone. So when that information went out, they were not privy to hear when they said, in fact, let us leave it on Monday, because on Monday is the ideal date when, the real event happened of the, remembering our heroes. So let's leave it on Monday. That way people will not have the chance to go to their market, do their shopping on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, go to church and pray for their heroes. Then on Monday, we shall now be in a sober reflection to mourn and remember our fallen heroes. So we think Monday is the ideal date. When he said that, it was too late for the DSS to send another information. The N.S.A. now carried out their hit on GULAK, and GULAK tried his best to outsmart them by leaving on Sunday. There was a trail on him. He didn't know, and what happened to him on Sunday. On Sunday, God's own day, they took him out. And while they were happy, said, "Yes, sir, it is done. Job done, job done. Job done, sir." They didn't know that the actual date for sit at home, for we the Biafrans, because NNAMDI KANU was speaking for us, we knew the date was Monday. But the enemies, they made a mistake. Because there is no perfect crime in this life. There is no perfect crime. If crimes were perfect, then there will be no way to catch the culprits. But I believe the spirit of GULAK helped him out. That made him to wake up. Say, okay, I don't need no protocol. You get me taxi. Get me taxi now to take me down to the airport on Sunday. At least during those days, you expect the NSA to be sleeping. Say, okay, it is Sunday. Let us rest. And on Monday, we start job again. Unknown to him that they were after him. Even when he trailed out, the so-called person next to him, I swear to God and man, the person next to him in that car would have sent the message. Say, "Sir, we are leaving on Sunday." And the NSA did what they had to do to him. Because they are not because they thought that was a perfect strike. No wahala na Sunday, no wahala from Saturday, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is their distance. So it's good. Carry it out and blame it on IPOB. Hey, let's take it back and listen. Listen.
I pray 7 times every day. This God I worship, if he cannot protect me, then what am I doing? What is he doing as God? They got the dates wrong. If they had killed him today, they would have blamed it on me. But they got the dates wrong. And they never knew that this video would come out. This is the reason why you must work very hard to ensure the disintegration of Nigeria. Nigeria is an evil enclave. Let's listen to the man that they killed and wanted to blame it on NNAMDI KANU and IPOB. Let's listen to him.
I want to say what I have been saying over time. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali Monguno, your national security advisor. Arrest him. So this is Ahmed Gulak asking the so-called president to do something. To do what? What are you asking the president to do, please? The man that killed blaming NNAMDI KANU, IPOB, ESN. The man that they themselves killed. That is the name of the man that killed him. He's about to mention. Listen. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali Monguno, National Security Advisor. Monguno. He is corrupt. He is clueless. He don't have the interest of Nigeria and Nigerians at heart. And that Monguno is a hypocrite. Yes. If he is the N.S.A, yes, and he think he have available power within him, let him arrest me. He is corrupt. He's a thief. He's a problem to the security of this country. Thank you. If people are afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Gulak, he said he's not afraid. Monguno is only busy stealing the monies. They killed him because he accused Monguno, the National Security Advisor of Nigeria, of corruption. He said, I'm not afraid of you. I don't care what you're going to do. This man called Gulak did not even trust Hope Uzodinma, the man he put in power in Imo State. Listen, he did not trust him. Listen. That was why he left his hotel without telling any security operative, because he felt that Monguno was on his trail.
Listen.
Because he felt that Monguno was on his trail.
Listen again.
He did not trust him. That was why he left his hotel without telling any security operative, because he felt
Take it back. Listen.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Gulak, he said he's not afraid. Monguno is only busy stealing the monies. They killed him because he accused Monguno, the National Security Advisor of Nigeria, of corruption. He said, I'm not afraid of you. I don't care what you're going to do. This man called Gulak did not even trust Hope Uzodinma, the man he put in power in Imo State. He did not trust him. That was why he left his hotel without telling any security operative, because he felt that Monguno was on his trail. That was why there was no siren. He took a simple taxi because he feared for his life.
Hey.
Is it that simple? It's not common sense. If a high-ranking APC official can visit a place and refuse every security protocol, it's because he is afraid or in fear of his own life.
Yes.
Have we ever had an encounter with Gulak to make him be fearful of his life? No, is the answer. The person that killed him is here. The person that killed him has mentioned his name. But the Premium Times, Sahara Reporters, Punch Newspaper, Daily Post, these are evil black people writing rubbish. Evil men and women claiming they are journalists. Evil people.
Do you see why when he's angry and people say, oh, he's so hot? No, because he's seeing the truth and seeing how your media, your Nigerian media, are changing the narrative. Now, who no go vex? Even me, I go vex Pasamo. Me go vex Pasam, because the man when èKPÁ, he called the names of those that buried him. He called the name of those that unalived him. But that same day, your media, on a Sunday, your media houses were spreading a wrong narrative about NNAMDI KANU, IPOB ESN. They came with a new name, a slogan, IPOB ESN, to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We, the Biafrans, we have never called ourselves IPOB ESN. 2 in 1 word. We are IPOB. That's who we are. ESN is our security outfit. The same way in Yoruba land they have Amotekun. ESN is different. You will not liken Amotekun to Oduduwa. It doesn't make sense. You will not say Oduduwa Amotekun. It doesn't make sense. So why are you doing it to us? Why is Nigerian media doing it to us? Why are you going with the narrative of the Nigerian government? IPOB ESN. What do you mean by that? You guys, you are complicit. That's why he's angry when he's hot-tempered and he's speaking the truth. What do you expect? Someone like Moses was hot-tempered as well. Even to an extent, God told him, hit the rock once to give them water. But with anger, with the insults he's been getting, he struck the rock twice to bring out water for the Jews or the Israelites to drink. And God told him, say, this your hot temper is too much. I told you to hit the rock once, and you struck the rock twice. Don't you know you have hit my body? You have hit the body of God. And because of this, your anger, Moses, this thing that you did in anger, you will not see the kingdom of God. But when you look at it, I don't blame Moses. Because despite he took them out of Egypt, they kept on complaining and telling lies about him. Like the media are telling lies about NNAMDI KANU. It is pain now. It's painful. It is painful that a media, Nigerian media, they are bent on telling lies. Look, just imagine all the good things we've been saying about NNAMDI KANU, they will not play it. But when one small girl, she was doing her stuff and spoke ill about NNAMDI KANU, Arise TV of all people, Arise News, they put it out. Ojiokpe, Abati, they played it out with happiness and joy. That out of 10,000, one insulted NNAMDI KANU. That became the breaking news for Arise TV. Our sister Ojiokpe was happy to play that video. I know it was Abati that forced her to add it in her program. I hope so. So this one leads to the anger of NNAMDI KANU. When you are speaking the truth and the media keep on doing these things, what do you expect? He will speak with anger. Because he expects the media to do better. Premium Times. NNAMDI KANU, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey!
Have we ever had an encounter with Gulag to make him be fearful of his life? No, is the answer. The person that killed him is here. The person that killed him has mentioned his name. But Premium Times, Sahara Reporters, Punch Newspaper, Daily Post, these are evil black people writing rubbish. Evil men and women claiming they are journalists. Evil people. The man mentioned his killer. Told you who killed him. That you are so determined because of you want to serve your British masters. You are so determined to put it on IPOB.
Hey.
Okay, I don't know that man. You people are evil. Oh my God.
The anger.
I want our Hausa service to translate this very broadcast into Hausa language and play it for Hausa people.
Hey.
We don't know who this man is. He's inconsequential. He's a nobody to us.
A nobody.
Intellectually, he's very forced to be reckoned with. I never mentioned his name before because I don't know who he is.
Hey.
But do you see how God will always save us if our hands are clean?
Oh God.
He will always come. Do you see how God, in his infinite mercy, told these murderers to kill Ahmed Gulag on a Sunday?
On Sunday.
Do you see how it works? Our sit-at-home lockdown is today. That's the only thing that saved us. And the existence of this video, where he told them who killed him, that every newspaper editor in Nigeria, including Vanguard, they have collected money. Do you see why God hates black people? God hates because black people are wicked and evil.
See?
Look at your journalists writing. Look at your journalists aiding and abetting lies and evil.
Hold it there. Now, they will not cut that place. Say, oh, you see, he's causing the black race. He say God hate black people. They will cut that line where he said that stuff and put it out there. Now, you that don't listen to NNAMDI KANU, you will not see from the premise he was coming with. Why did he say what he said? They'll say, no, he's causing black people, that God, hate us. But if you take your time and listen to his news, his broadcast, you will understand everything he's saying there for a reason. In his state of lamentation, how the Nigerian media, black people are doing this to him. He now said, do you see the way God is punishing black people? But quickly, they will cut the video, take where he said that, and says, this man, he's a madman, he's a murderer, he's an evil man, an evil man. Look at what he's saying, that black people, we are cursed. It means the Igbos too now, since you're all black, you are cursed. He's a great... This is what they have been doing to this man. In his pain, in his anger, he spoke this way because he knew that one day they will use this against him. And in the courthouse, James OMOTOSHO, who could not read, still forced himself to read like a child and convict this man for terrorism, for the death of AHMED Gulag. So the question again is, who killed Gulag? To those out there, to the whole world. After hearing all this, I brought to you. I'm not a journalist. This is what I expect your journalists to do in Nigeria. Those who say they are journalists, this is what I expect. It is called investigative journalism. Oh, in the judgment, when we saw James OMOTOSHO, he, accused NNAMDI KANU of being guilty for the murder of Mr. AHMED Gulag. So let me carry out a research. NTA News, Channels TV, Arise TV, TVC News. This is what we expect you guys to do. Carry out an investigative journalism and present your findings to the people. But you guys don't do it in Nigeria. And I ask myself, why in the name of God? Is it because it's the Igbos? You know the truth, but you won't speak about it. Is that the reason? You guys suddenly can't do your job anymore. Is that the reason I'm asking? Because this happened during the Biafran war, when a policy was made by somebody to blockade the food coming to the land of Biafra, and there was kwashoko in the land, there was hunger, famine, starvation, death in the land of Biafra. You guys did not report it. The Nigerian media at that time did not report it. It took the Irish missionaries and priests in Biafraland to say this killing is unfair. Because according to the UN Charter, in the time of war, no women, no kids, no women, no children. You spare the women and you spare the children. So to come with a policy to blockade the food going to your enemy's, territory in the time of war is against the law, because it's the most vulnerable that you are punishing. That's why in the war between Russia and Ukraine, till this day, Russia has not blocked the food going into Ukraine or vice versa. It's not done. So when people were being starved to death, there was kwashoko in the land. Your Nigerian media did not report it. It took the Irish. Those children you saw with kwashoko, it was not videos or news from Nigerian media, no. It was the Irish that said, okay, please, we cannot continue this way. Keeping quiet means everybody will be starved to death. So they said, gather all the children you can find in this community. As God will have it, they were just picking all the kids in the street. They gathered them in one place. The Irish now took pictures and made videos of the children suffering from kwashoko and hunger. This was made into the tabloid of Britain for the first time. Now, when the people of Britain saw what their government was doing in the faraway Africa, the foreign policy of Britain, it became a shame on the people of Britain. And they spoke out through public opinion. They spoke out against the ills of their government. That's how can you be doing this in a foreign land? Children, 6 months old children, looking like they are 9 months pregnant. What the hell is this? Britain, what are you doing in faraway Africa? For the first time, the guilt was shown on the faces of Britain. That was when their government now stepped in. I said, okay, Nigeria, don't do it this way. Let's find, the shame is now too much. And when America was about to now step in, Britain knew about it. That if America stepped in to support Biafra, that's it. Britain will have to succumb to America. But unfortunately, during those days, it was telegraph they used to use for communication. Ojukwu did not have a wind that a telegraph was going around, circulating that America was about to lean towards Biafra. If he had known, perhaps they would have fought a bit longer until America stepped in. But nobody knew about it. Britain had a wind of it. Britain told Nigeria, say, hey, there's a problem. America had one step in, and once they step in, they want to support Nigeria, the Biafran. So let's come with a game. Let us claim no victor, no vanquish, no winner, no loser. That way, this war will end. So let us pretend and lie to the Biafrans that there is no winner or no loser. Today, I ask all the well-meaning people out there in Nigeria that believes in Nigeria, the way they've been treating us, the Biafrans, since after the war. What do you think they treat us as? Do you think they really accepted us in Nigeria? The answer is no. Because in Nigeria, you have two sets of laws going on in tandem in Nigeria. You and I know, respect to my friend, our good friend, our comrade, Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho. I say respect to him because I believe whatever he's doing for his people, he has the right to do it. But to call a spade, we saw Chief Sunday Igboho with a gun. Live on TV, live on video. To call a spade, we saw Chief Sunday Igboho shooting shots, busting his guns live on TV. To call a spade, we saw Sunday Igboho and his men in about 10 different buses. They were moving down to Owo to go and take care of the Cherokee who was messing up. He gave them 7 days to vacate the land. And in the 7th day, Sunday Igboho and his men, they were busting their guns in the air. They got to Cherokee and they did what they have to do to protect his fatherland, the Yoruba land. We saw him with his guns. He shot his guns and all that. Now, if you and I know, if NNAMDI KANU was seen with a bullet, not even gun, when they caught him in the hotel and noticed that they brought his pants, his boxers, his condom, his microphone, trying to shame him that there's a condom in his bag. That's how petty your DSS are. The evidence you got from him was a microphone, a laptop, condom, boxers, pants. You and I know if NNAMDI KANU was seen with a pistol in his bag, if he was found with a gun, a rifle, that alone will tell the Nigerians to say, oh yeah, he's a terrorist, kill him. They would have killed him on the spot. They wouldn't even think twice. So this double standard is what I'm asking about. In fact, let me not even go on the Métis loudest ones. But this double standard, we Biafrans, we are not free in Nigeria. Two separate laws. Our good friend Chief Sunday Igboho today is a free man. He came back to bury his mother. He had a privilege. At a time when they were hunting him, he came back to Nigeria to bury his mother. But Nnamdi Kanu, his father died, his mother died. He wasn't given the privilege to come and bury them. Till this day, he's not had the privilege to even go to the graveyard of his parents to give them that final right. And I ask you all again, is it fair? So those out there who are saying, oh, the Biafrans, Nnamdi Kanu he's a terrorist. Those who are doing this thing, you did the same thing to Jesus 2,000 years ago. When Pontius Pilate came in the public and presented to you Jesus and Barnabas, you did the same thing to Jesus 2,000 years ago. But today now you are praying to Jesus. You are praying in the name of God through his son Jesus to make it to heaven. Think about that. One day, you all who hate Nnamdi Kanu, when after all said and done, when it is done on you, you will worship him as a prophet. I'll leave it here, allow it to play, then I'll stop the video. Let's go.
Man made a video and told you that
listen.
And the existence of this video where he told them who killed him, that every newspaper editor in Nigeria, including Vanguard, they have collected money. Do you see why God hates black people? God hates because black people are wicked and evil. Look at your journalists writing, look at your journalists aiding and abetting lies and evil. This man made a video and told you that his life is in danger and who is going to kill him. Is in danger and who is going to kill him. But you all wanted it to be IPOB. Let us listen once again to what he has to say for the last time, so that when you're reading all those junk, you know what to tell them. Do you see how they want to incriminate us and tag us bad people? If you go to Google now, type in Nnamdi Kanu, you will see there that I killed Ahmed Gulag. They are all in it together. They are all co-conspirators, all of them.
They are all the same. The media planned this thing with the federal government. And to today, exactly what Nnamdi Kanu has said here is what was read in your court against him. Let's continue. Very, very sad.
All of them, listen.
I want to say what I have been saying over time. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali MONGUNO.
That's the man that killed him. Ali MONGUNO is the man that killed Ahmed Gulag. Simple and short. Why is it that Nigerian journalists are trying to pin it on IPOB? Why? I'm asking them. Yoruba journalists, why are you people this evil? What type of demon created you people? You have no soul and you have no conscience.
Now they will cut that place and say, oh, see, Nnamdi Kanu is cursing the Yorubas. They will cut that place and put it out. Then you will now hear it. Oh, this man, he's a devil. He's a devil. Look at what he said about the Yorubas. Media, Nigerian media, this thing people are doing. This thing you people are doing. Okay, no worry. Continue.
Let's continue listening.
Your national security advisor, he is corrupt. He is clueless. He don't have the interest of Nigeria and Nigerians at heart. And that MONGUNO is a hypocrite. If he is the N.S.A, I think he have available power within him. Let him arrest me. He is corrupt. He's a thief. Is a problem to the security of this country. If people are afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm only afraid of God.
He is saying because he knows nobody can say that I am not afraid if his life is not in danger.
Yes.
Nobody can say that. But that's what he said. Let's continue listening.
Because MONGUNO is only busy stealing the monies meant to protect us. That is it. And the better for you, Mr. President, remove Major General MONGUNO. Is the most useless N.S.A ever produced in the history of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Are you listening? Now, they used Hope UZODINMA to kill him. Hope UZODINMA was the one that lured him to away. They used him to lure this man to work. This man was afraid of his life. That was why he refused the police escort. He refused army escort. He used ordinary taxi. He knew his life was in danger. That is where they want to blame IPOB and ESN.
Hey!
Do you see how evil these people are?
My God.
How evil they are.
Oh, God.
But we must continue. We must continue. Because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. This is the same Gulag that Okorocha offered money to put his son-in-law, Uche Mosu, in the council house, the government house, in Owerri.
Hey!
The same Gulag. All of a sudden, it's IPOB. They chose to assassinate him. They wanted to kill two birds with one stone. We can kill him and also rope IPOB into, because they could have killed him in the north. They could have used ISIS to kill him, of which Ali MONGUNO is a staunch member of.
Listen.
The National Security Advisor of Nigeria. These are people stealing money now. These are the people stealing money. I was told that some parts of Enugu are not complying. Maybe Enugu doesn't deserve to be the capital of anything in this life. Enugu people, you don't deserve to be. How you became the capital of Biafra, I don't even know. Very disgraceful. Very, very disgraceful. No wonder some of you are going to school in Enugu when we're still fighting.
Let's hold it there. You know, sometimes things like this, you just have to see the truth. And it was that discussing sit at home and the rest of them. You see, when we say these things, people just want to hate on us. And I say, I understand. You know, this thing called hate is evil. It comes from a very dark side. To hate somebody who is good, it comes from a very, very dark place. It's either envy, because they say envy turns to jealousy. Jealousy turns to hatred. From envy, you get jealousy. From jealousy, it turns to hatred. So hate comes from a very dark place. That even when you see the truth before your eyes, you turn a blind eye. Everything that was said in this video played out in the judgment against NNAMDI KANU, where James OMOTOSHO was reading things out. He said, even though Mr. Gulag was killed on Sunday, but because it is inconsequential for the fact you cause it at home, it means you are responsible. So I find you guilty for the death of Gulag. Man, make me laugh, cough. Think about that. This broadcast was done in faraway Britain. A man talking this way, you've seen the way he just spoke. And with this, James OMOTOSHO say, I find you responsible for the death of Gulag. It's a capital punishment. Because of that, I give you life in jail. Just think about it. But when you take your time to play this whole broadcast, it's very, very long. I can't play everything. When you play everything, you see this man was speaking nothing but the truth. Everything he said has come to pass. With a heavy heart, I'll rest my case on this one. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. No more talk.
MAZI NNAMDI KANU is a clear example. In 2022, Nigeria's Court of Appeal struck down the charges against him and ordered his release. The UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention has also called for his unconditional release. Yet he remains in solitary confinement, in deteriorating health, and recently had to represent himself in court. Nigeria has signaled that the law is optional and targeting Christians is fair game. Just hours ago this morning, despite the pleas and cries of the Nigerian people and many Nigerian lawmakers, MAZI NNAMDI KANU was convicted on all charges. For fiscal year 2025, the U.S. has requested nearly $8 billion for sub-Saharan Africa. But when Americans see political prisoners, judicial defiance, and the slaughter of Christians, they understandably ask as they meet their own struggles, why should our tax dollars support governments that refuse to protect their own people? Is our aid aiding a genocide? Nigeria is a nation of tremendous potential, but that potential is being choked out by violent persecution of its Christian population. No country can build a stable future where churches are burned, believers are killed, and communities live in fear.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.